Aurora Gesù Christ. I don't have notes. I do that deliberately so that I can deny what I've said if it gets me into problems. I want to join Father recognizing our two ordinaries, Archbishop and Auxiliary Bishops, the priests and religious. Check 1, 2. Thanks. My task today is to say something about why we are here today, although we have hinted it. This function is organized by a group called the Friends of St. John Vianney. I've learned a lot from that group. I've learned how to do things, how not to do things. The first thing about this group was that we were invited by the rector. He invited us. The rector and vice rector invited us to say we need your help. And I think it is a very key lesson. I learned from that they did not see us as a threat or as intruders, but as a resource that can help the seminary grow even much better than it was doing. The second thing that struck me was I did not know 80% of the other friends who were there when we met at the first meeting. But as we went and began to know each other, I was struck by the third thing, that we could all have written each other's script. The first thing, all of us had something to say, something fundamental about what the church had meant to us and what it has done for us. We could tell individual stories, and all of us admitted that without the intervention of the church in our lives, we would never have been where we are. That was very striking. What was interesting, we were told in specific terms what help was needed. We were taken around the seminary. We were shown where the help needed, where things were falling apart. And at the end of that briefing, we all committed to doing something about it. You may find it hard. It was on Saturday. And before sunset that Saturday, at least 120,000 rand was already committed and delivered. I think within the following 48 hours. And within a year, we had collected 1 million rand. But more than that, we know exactly how it was spent, where it was spent. We didn't have to ask questions. We were taken around, we were shown where the money was spent. And I think for me, there were important lessons for us there. One is, lay people are ready to carry the church. We just need an invitation. Number two, lay people must understand that they are a resource to the church, not a replacement of the priests. We are not trained for that role. And I think it was the spirit that was engendered at St. John Vianney. And the space in which we operated, we knew the boundaries, we went on. And the donations, we went beyond $1 million. I don't know where we are now. But I can tell you, each time 20 Rand comes in, we get a WhatsApp message which says today 20 Rand has come in. So the other lesson I've learned is that the church is too humble. It underestimates the resources it has built in the country. I mean, I went to school in the 50s, and I was already taught by people who were products of Catholic schools. If you count the number of professionals in this country, of all colors, of all race, the church shouldn't be asking for money outside the country. Our responsibility is just to make sure we have found every Catholic. They don't have to be wealthy. We have found every Catholic, and I believe if we can organize that structure, the church can become self-sufficient. I feel the same about the country. When everybody was running up and down to say, Donald Trump is taking money away. The reality is South Africa does not need money from anybody. We have money. We have money. All we need to do is to stop stealing it and use it for the right thing. That's all. And I think the same applies to the church. We don't need to go beyond the products of the church to find people who can sustain the church. Fortunately, in case of the church, stealing is not a problem. But there is enough money, and all that is required to do is to follow the example of the rector and the vice rector and find people, and the people are there waiting to be invited and waiting to come in. Because I must tell you, usually we are afraid. We say, you know, that's not for us, that's for the bishop, that's for the clergy. Don't mess around, they know what they are doing. So the money we have to date comes through donations from the friends. And our first invitation is to ask everybody in the house, be a friend. That's all we are asking. When I say the church can look after itself, I can talk about this organization. If you fight me, the bishops will defend me. There's a very disreputable organization that reported us to Donald Trump that we are suppressing them, they must do something about it. But there's a lesson for us, put that thing aside. There's a lesson about that organization. I've studied it. I hope to write about them one day. First of all, it's an organization of poor Afrikaners. It's not the wealthy. But they ask every Afrikaner family that just donate 50 Rand a month. We want to build a college. I've been through that college, I've gone to see it. And I called it the MIT of South Africa. High standards, built by ordinary people because they were given a dream, and the people who gave them a dream had the credibility to mobilize. Even for us, much as we ask for donations from people, there's something our government has done very well in the laws of taxation. It is that up to 10% of your taxable income, you can give it to organizations like St. John Vianney. They've got a certificate, and they will give you a certificate, and that certificate is tax deductible. So that anybody who is a taxpayer, by definition, can become a friend without sacrificing anything. All you need to decide is, do I give to Caesar or to God? Now, Caesar has been good to us. Caesar says, no, just give me 90% of what is due to me. And the other 10% you can give to the church. And guess what? I will reward you for doing that. I'm not a tax consultant. I cannot advise you on this. I can talk about it. I've used it and it works. But I'm appealing, everybody, there's something you can share. We learn from Bible and we also learn from experience that the more we share, the bigger the pie grows. Some people say, make the pie big so that we can share. But my view is, it becomes big the more you share. The second thing is, take advantage of the tax concessions. Ask your tax consultant, and up to 10% you can give to St. John Vianney, get a certificate, and it's deducted from your tax. I can talk the whole time. I'm very passionate about this. That's why when I started, I didn't say I shall be brief. I'm told that the only time you shouldn't trust the speaker is when they say I shall be brief. What they mean is I'll be there for 1 hour. So thank you very much, and please think about it. Join the friends, and remember there is no church without priests. And some of us would like the benefits and the blessings we got from Catholic education to be passed on to our children. We can never have too many priests. We need priests, but they are not going to come from heaven like manna. We have to buy them. God bless you.